You have a big event coming up on Wednesday of this week. We're taping on Monday, the 26th, and that is a joint session of the state legislature where you will address the opioid crisis and outline a plan for legislation and the things that needs to be done. Can you give us a little bit of a preview?
Yeah, this joint session is an effort by Republicans and Democrats, all of us working together to address this epidemic that is Pennsylvania is facing. We lost, 2,500 Pennsylvanians in 2014, and that number went up to 3,500 in 2015, and it looks like it's going to be even higher in 2016. And it's affecting people all across the state, in rural and urban areas, rich and poor, old and young, male, female. And it's not something that anybody can say, well, that's somebody else's problem. And that's why all of us are working together. And I think we would have done a joint or a special session, but a special session has its own calendar. You have to start things all over, and there are not a lot of days left. So the joint session seemed to be the best way to approach this, because there are some good pieces of legislation in the hopper, and we just need to get it to my desk so I can sign it and get it into law. So this is an effort on the part, again, of Republicans and Democrats in the House and the Senate to work together on something that really isn't a partisan issue. It's a Pennsylvania issue, and we want to make sure that we're doing all that we can to save lives.
What are some of the initiatives that may already be in legislative form down there that you would like to see come out? Because the fall session is very abbreviated because of the election, right. Only a handful of days. What would you like to see done this fall?
Well, there are a number of things. We can change the law that says that there's no restriction now on the number of pills you can give in the emergency room, for example. You got to have a limit, like 7, for example. Then after that, you can't get a refill based on that. You got to go see a doctor. If you're a minor, there ought to be a limit, because there are too many good kids who have a football injury, for example, or a field hockey injury. They take they're prescribed a lot of painkillers, and their brains are wired the wrong way. They become addicted. So we need to have limits on that. We need to do, I think, a better job helping medical schools who want to change their curriculum, update the curricula to make sure that they're teaching their prospective doctors how to deal with the opioid issue when their own patients come to them. And we also need to make sure that we are using the painkillers the right way. There are people with chronic pain, with acute pain from an injury, who actually need it, and we need to make sure that we're not cutting them off and that it's used appropriately. So there are things, and there are bills that are in the hopper. Senator Gene Yaw in the Senate has a number of bills, and I think we just need to get those moving and get them to my desk. And this joint session is an effort to speed this process up. None of these things cost any money. It's just good common sense legislation.
This does seem to be something that Republicans and Democrats are really together on.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
We are, and again, it's because it's affecting everybody. And I don't think, I would imagine there are very few Pennsylvanians who don't know somebody close, a friend, a neighbor, a family member, or themselves, not suffering from this disease.